Have you ever wondered what the darkness hides when the lights go out? Sometimes it seems that our fears are just fantasies. But what if that's not true? What if our worst nightmares don't just come from our minds, but come to life, waiting for the right moment? And this story is one of those that will make you think, do you really want to know what the darkness holds? Many have heard about the abandoned school on the outskirts of town. It's been standing there for more than 10 years, but locals avoid the place. Legends say that terrible events took place there, and one of them was the main reason for its closure. Anyone who stayed there after dark never returned home. It all started with a group of friends who decided to dispel the myths and explore the school at night. They laughed as one by one they tried to convince each other to venture deeper into the building. But once the doors closed behind them, they realized something wasn't right. The air grew heavy like fire, and every step echoed down the empty corridor like a dull reverberation. The children began to feel an odd shift in the darkness around them, as if something was watching them. One of the friends, Igor, decided to peek into one of the classrooms. When he opened the door, he saw a small mirror that reflected only his face, with no shadow. Suddenly, strange noises echoed throughout the school. Footsteps following them closer and closer. The children rushed through the dark corridors, but the deeper they went, the more they felt something was changing around them. 6. The sound of footsteps grew unbearably loud, and they began to realize that these were not just echoes of their own movements. Unexpectedly, one of the classroom doors creaked open, but there was no one inside, only mist, feeling cold, and dim light. From that point on, strange events began to escalate. Each friend lost their sense of direction, and everything began to blur into a nightmarish dance. They felt as if they were walking in circles, and the windows, which once offered a view of the night, now seemed as dark as a void. One of the boys, Kostya, started seeing strange figures out of the corner of his eye. He couldn't quite make out what they were, but they had something sinister about them. They all gathered in the large hall of the school, and suddenly one of them screamed in terror. He saw something on the wall that looked like finger marks, but they slowly crept upwards. They were divided by this terrible feeling. Each of them felt that something or someone was not allowing them to leave the school, and then they learned the truth. This place was cursed, and they had become part of its nightmare. One by one, their strength began to leave them.